We're excited to talk about Buy Missouri and kind of tell you how Buy Missouri kind of started. Actually, as I went around the state of Missouri on the campaign, and now as I've been there as an elected official, I just kept going across business after business after business, and almost in every town across the state of Missouri. And what me and Teresa soon found out as we traveled the state is that how many businesses, how many products were made that were in my local grocery store, that was in my local hardware store, that was in my local feed store, but we never went into the store to think, hey, let's go in here and let's buy a Missouri product today. Is one of the things that we just didn't think about that much. We didn't as individuals, as Missourians. But at the same time, if we do, we're really helping fellow Missourians who are the workforce, fellow Missourians who owns business, and fellow Missourians that live in those communities, in those counties and state, just like we're here today on that. So it's good. Again, it's been a fun ride to be able to go out and promote this across the state and promote our Missouri business. So with that, I'm going to get into Buy Missouri here a little bit. And the first thing we're going to talk about is these everyday products that are in your stores every day. So the main purpose of Buy Missouri is really to educate you as a consumer, or make you aware, whichever you prefer, that I want you to go in that store and I want you to take just a brief second to think, I wonder if there's any Missouri products in here. Or better, I want you to be able to identify those Missouri products. Kind of a neat little thing me and Teresa do now, or that Teresa does, I won't take credit for that. But a lot of times you're hit up to do gifts across the state, a gift basket or a donation of some kind. So we're really now pretty isolated on, when we do that, you would probably end up with a gift basket of Missouri products that have different Missouri products in it, and it's kind of interesting. And we've got our friends now, since we've been doing this program and my staff, we actually have got about everybody that's around us starting to look at labels. You go into a store and all of a sudden we're turning around labels to see where something's made, to see whether it's a Missouri product or not on that. So let me just highlight a few of the businesses that are made here in Missouri. And some of them I'll just mention. Now there's thousands and thousands of them out there. Just remember what I'm telling you today. But Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri. Most of you have probably heard of that. Local family business there that provides a product there. You got Hammond's Black Walnuts, one of the largest distributors in the world that ships international. They're in Stockton, Missouri. One of the largest black walnut buyers are in the state of Missouri. So when you're going to buy that product at home, whether it be for cookies or whatever you're buying those walnuts for, think about Hammond's products in the state of Missouri. How about Diamond Pet Foods in Meta, Missouri, I believe? Employs about 300 or 400 people. They ship pet food all over the world, all the way from a Walmart business, all the way to your local feed stores, the product. And that all comes from Missouri, family-owned, operated. Quaker Windows, for example, they employ about 900 employees in Freeburg, Missouri, and they're the only company in the United States of America that make vinyl, wood, and aluminum windows. And they do all the way from commercial to residential. Now, I'll share this story with you real quick about who they are. Me and Teresa just finished building a home, but one of the things we did is we found out this company, and we purchased Quaker Windows because it simply was a Missouri business. And if you had the option of buying a Missouri window and you like that product, I want you to be able to know it's there. If you want to buy the doors for your home, I want you to know there's companies in Missouri that make those doors all the way through your house, interior doors that you can purchase from. I want you to know that, to have a choice when you do that. Grove Salsa is a kind of an interesting little company in Springfield, Missouri. These are the companies I just really loved because it's two couples that had Super Bowl parties, is how Grove Salsa all began. But they'd have all their friends over every year for the Super Bowl, and they made this salsa. And everybody says, you know what, you ought to start making that and you ought to start selling it. Now they're in over 80 different stores across the state of Missouri in this salsa company that they make salsa in. And this is just two young couples that decided, hey, I want to go into business for myself. And that business has grown and grown across the state of Missouri. Gilster Mary Lee is in Perryville, Missouri, another great Missouri company that actually its headquarters are here in Perryville, Missouri, but they have a plant in Colorado near Denver, and they have one in Chicago. And they make multiple products, but the ones I want to tell you about this morning, they make 80 different kinds of breakfast cereal. And every day when you go to the grocery store, you're going to go past their products more than likely. Now the unique thing about Gilster Mary Lee, for their breakfast products, most of it all, their products, the corn, the rice, everything comes from the boot hill. All their ingredients are made here in Missouri, made by Missourians, put in their grocery stores. Shakespeare Pizza, another company out of Columbia, Missouri. I don't know how many of you have heard of Shakespeare Pizza. They prepare over 1,500 frozen pizzas a day, 1,500 a day that they distribute across there. Now, Hendrickson Dressings, salad dressing in St. Charles, Missouri. A lot of you have heard of this company, but we were actually up there touring the company, and we were going to promote it because they go all over the United States. Small company, doesn't have a lot of employees, but well known for what their product is. So I was going to the distribution center there one day and was talking to the people that own it and that run it. And I said something about the bottles are running through there and they hadn't filled it with the product yet. I said, hey, where's the bottles come from? Just out of curiosity's sake, because I didn't know. They said, well, they come from a company up out of Kansas City. And I said, well, where does your labels come from? Who prints them up for you? Well, that's a company up north of St. Louis that does that. So the bottle, the label, and the product are all made in the state of Missouri. And their employees make that product. And that's one of the things that I think are pretty good. But really the goal is to make you aware of that, to do that. So when we went through phase one of what we called our kickoff of Buy Missouri, we traveled across the state to start promoting these businesses across the state to make sure people are aware of it. But the real purpose of Buy Missouri is for you, is to make sure that you're aware that we're doing this and that you're helping other Missouri businesses. But I really want to also isolate, you're really helping Missouri workers. These people that work in these companies, and you start talking about their products sometimes, and you can see the pride come out of them that I make this product, you know, that you guys are talking about, that you're advertising for my company. So it is about the Missouri worker and the Missouri business, which we all know that it takes both of those to make the economy of the state of Missouri work. 80% of the new jobs that come in the state of Missouri are made by existing businesses. Those are where the new business jobs really come from. So my job as lieutenant governor is try to figure out, how do I give you the tools you need to put in the toolbox to get the job done? That's the way I see it. I'm not here to give you anything, but I'm here to help. And phase two is what we're going to do on the lieutenant governor's side. We promote these businesses every week, and we're going to show you Fitz Bottling Company today, a video from Fitz. That's one of the ones that comes up on our site that you can go to at the lieutenant governor's site under Buy Missouri, that you find out what these companies are. So with that, let's show a video of Fitz Bottling Company.
Hi, I'm Michael Alter. I'm the owner and president of Fitz's Bottling Company. At Fitz's Bottling Company, we're famous craft soda makers. Our most popular soda is Fitz's Root Beer. We also produce several other popular flavors, including cream soda, orange pop, grape pop, black cherry, and many others. Fitz's is distributed across the state of Missouri. We have a network of distributors that reach all four corners of the state. Fitz's Root Beer dates back to 1947, when it was originally served at a local drive-in restaurant in Clayton, Missouri. After a number of years, the restaurant closed and Fitz's Root Beer sadly disappeared. We were able to track down the original Fitz's Root Beer recipe and reintroduce it when we opened our soda microbrewery here in University City in 1993. At Fitz's, we have two operations. We have a bottling company along with a full-service restaurant. At our peak season, which is during the summer, we employ nearly 60 people. One of the best aspects of bottling in the state of Missouri is its location. Because we're centrally located, we're able to deliver and ship our sodas easily throughout the Midwest. We were very excited to learn of the Lieutenant Governor's program to Buy Missouri. We've always felt that Buy Local was an important feature of our business. We were encouraged that he, along with other Missouri-based companies, were going to work together to further enhance our business not only in the state of Missouri, but reach beyond the state of Missouri under the Buy Missouri tagline.
So that's part of phase two of what we're doing now, is we're trying to, every Thursday, we try to come up with a new company that we highlight on our website at the state capitol. So that's part of phase two. So all of that's been done in-house. And we are also proud, Southwest Baptist University is developing a brand new website for us as a class project for their class back home to provide you where you can go on there and get all the information of these companies, that you can highlight the companies and where those list is. Phase 3 of the Lieutenant Governor's Buy Missouri, we're going to get into manufacturing companies, who ships across the United States, who ships across the world to promote our Missouri businesses. And I think you're going to find that fascinating when you think of certain products that you're going to realize come from the state of Missouri. And I think it's going to take you, you're going to be very proud of that. And I just want to mention some of the partners that we have in Buy Missouri, and that list keeps growing. And one of the things that you as a chamber today, I would love for you guys to help us support this, help us put information out on this, and really to make sure that your buyers and your consumers know what it is we're doing, because I think that's critical to how successful Buy Missouri will be. But you know, the Associated Industries of Missouri is one of our partners, MOAG, Cattlemen's Association, Missouri Chamber, Soybean, Farm Bureau, Small Business, the Missouri Grocers Association. There's a lot more coming in as we speak. But I do want to tell you about the Missouri Grocers Association. We met with them a couple weeks ago. They are now going to partner up with us on the logo, where we can now put the logo on the items in the store. So the Missouri Grocery Store Association is going to help us with that. So when you do go into that grocery store, you might be able to go in there and say, this is with that Missouri logo on there, this is a Missouri product. I'm a Missouri boy, born and raised, so I want you to buy that Missouri product, but at the same time, you need to have the choice. Either you want that product or not. I always use an example. At the Capitol, we use a lot of hand cleaner up there. It's used at the state Capitol. You're touching a lot of people, you're shaking hands a lot and everything. But you know, before, you know, you go to the grocery store, you go to a store, you pick up a bottle of hand sanitizer. I never really thought too much about what the brand was. But the reality of it is Germ-X is made right here in the state of Missouri. It's a company that's done. And those are the kind of things that I think that if we just was aware of that, we would probably purchase that product to help. And so that's kind of what the entire Buy Missouri program is. At the last, I just want to tell you on Facebook, it's the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. We have a Twitter account, Missouri Lieutenant Gov, and then we have Buy Mo. And I think anytime that you want to go to those, we would appreciate it very much. And again, I think we can all help one another out without a new government program, I might add, just by helping each other out as Missourians, as citizens, to think about when you go into those stores, hey, can I help somebody that's hardworking in some plant, whether it be in St. Louis or whether it be in the Boot Hill area, across the state of Missouri, can I help that Missouri worker make a living? And if we do that, I truly think that you'll make a difference in the economy of the state of Missouri, because all of a sudden now we're trying to promote Missouri products. And I think that's so important. Again, I just remind you, 80% of the new jobs that are developed in this state are developed by your existing businesses right here at home. So we always got to remember we got to take care of them, you know. And believe me, I know we're in the age of internet sales. There's nobody that disputes that. But I also think you always got to remember, make sure we have a fair playing field for all of our businesses in the state of Missouri. And then I'm fine with whatever you want to purchase from on that. Listen, thank you very much for allowing me to be here today. It's been fun. Good to see a lot of you guys and ladies here to shake hands and say hello.